Hello, everyone. Thank you once again for joining Empowerment Network today, Monday, the 9th of July, 2024. And I'm very blessed, Jean and myself, of course. Jean is not a new person here, so both of us, we are very blessed to have a gorgeous lady in the house, known as our own best, Cynthia Deering, is sitting with us here this evening. Cynthia, welcome.
Thank you, Comfort. Hi, everyone. My name is Cynthia Deering. I've been around on the net, but never on live and things, okay? So be easy on
Yes,
me.
sure.
Yeah.
Yes, you are going to,
So,
yes, we're going to be very easy on you. So don't worry. Hi, Jean. You want to say hi?
I do, Comfort. Thank you so much for having me on. And I'm so excited, Cynthia, to hear a little bit more about your story. And it's so awesome to have you here. It's a super fun way to spend the day.
I hope so.
Indeed. So, guys, do well. Do well to share this video. We want to listen. One of the sweet things we do on this platform, or we get here, is when people share their stories, their journey with Unpassive. We never have enough of this. So, Cynthia, it's your turn now. We say the journey is just about to begin. But if you like, just tell us when you joined, how the journey has been from whenever you
It's
started
such a
to
long
where we
journey.
are
You'll
now.
be here a whole week after. You'll be a week later. It's such a long journey. But the floor is mine,
Come
so
on,
here
go
I
for
go.
it.
Yeah. My name is Cynthia Deering. I came from an island named Trinidad and Tobago originally. I came from a family of 14 brothers and sisters. My father was a laborer on the sugarcane estates. My mom stayed at home raising kids. I was made to look after kids since I was 9 years old. Had to go out and find a job to help support myself. My father tried to matchmake me with a guy, and I said, I'm too young. This is not for me, because he married my older sister at 16 and tried to do the same to me. Well, if you don't want to get married, go out and get a job. So I did. I went down the road to the new people came in the neighborhood. They were from America. And I got a job as a nanny. Where to start? So I worked there and I worked my way up. And then in 1974, I decided that I have to do better than this. And the only way I can do better than that is to move out and look after myself. I was 26 when I came to Canada, all alone. Just a friend got a sponsor as a domestic nanny in a house, and I came across. And I stayed there for maybe a year. I had to complete 2 years with them, but the job didn't work out because the first lady that brought me, it didn't work out. And then I had to find another job. And then I went to another family in another city in where I am now, British Columbia. And that seemed to work out. And then I went to a dance one night. Guess who I met? My husband. Yeah. Boy, that was love at first sight. I told him my situation, and I still on a visitor visa. I told him my situation, and he said, oh, don't worry, we'll sort things out. And he did, and things worked out for me. And I became permanent, and I stayed here. And guess what I did? After that, I got helped all my brothers and sisters to immigrate to Canada. Every single one of them, 9 of them. 9 brothers and sisters live in my house with my husband under our roof. A white man, he was from London. Yeah, so, things work out. You have to push. It's push for me all the way. And after that, I had a nice, good 30 years of marriage. He was so nice to me. He showed me a life I've never known. Yeah, but things happened. I lost him in 2004 to cancer, and I've been alone since. That's the story of the background getting to Canada. Being in Canada, I being online. My husband passed away. I had foster children. 30 years of fostering while he ran his business from home. I had up to 8 kids at one time in my home looking after. 30 years, a whole bunch of kids, 160 children went through my home. Yep. After that, when he passed away, the ministry took the kids from me. They thought I couldn't look after the kids, even though I looked after them since they were babies. The only family and the only home they know. I lost my husband, I lost my kids. So that at the end of that, I got online. What can I do now? I say I had no experience in anything but do cleaning people's houses and ironing and washing. And what would I use that in Canada here for? So I got online and this is the next story here. Started chasing, how they call it, the shiny objects, the different businesses online. And boy, did I learn fast. Boy, did I lose a bundle. Did I learn fast. Oh my God. Then all the little bit of resources I had just went. I had nothing left. And then one day I was following the internet and I saw Ash's link. And I went to his first webinar and I listened to this guy. And I thought, well, wow, where did he come from? And from then I signed up and I listened to every single one of Ash's webinar after that. I liked the part where he was uplifting humanity and he wasn't looking for people. He was looking for people to just help, and his "Oh bless" blew me away. And that's how that went. Today, I lost my husband. I live with my daughter. That's where I am, and nothing to show for it, but I'm here. Questions?
I have one.
Yes, Jean. All right, go ahead, sis. Carry on.
I just have one quick question, which is, Cynthia, you had mentioned, hearing Ash and joining ONPASSIVE. What year was that? When did you join?
I joined in February 7, 2019.
2019. Awesome. Yeah. Sorry, Comfort. Go ahead.
Yeah, you don't need to. Sorry, Jean. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. More questions. I've been in 6 years and a few months.
I know. I'm just very excited. Jean, you remember before we hit the live button, Cynthia said this is going to be her first time coming here. And I was like, she's so bored, but I did not see this much coming. Listen,
I love that.
Now you can tell. She was very relaxed. You remember she was so relaxed. We would say, yeah, you're so relaxed. Your fight doesn't seem like you're coming for the first time. So when you listen to her story, you can tell why she is this, So I'm just so happy. It's just like crazy. I'll let Jean comment first before I come back. Jean, I'll just let you comment. You've listened to Cynthia. I think you just want to say something.
You listening to me? Is that it? Sorry. Okay.
That's not
after I come back and I signed up.
No. Yeah, Cynthia, don't worry. Jean is just about to say something. Then we're going to continue with the chat. Okay. So three of us are having this conversation together. Yeah.
Perfect. I did have one other thing to ask, just based on what you started with, which is, well, one, you are a natural. And we really need to see more of you in these meetings, because if you've been holding this sort of natural storytelling gift, you've been hiding it from us all this time. So let's hear from you more and more and more. That's number one. Number two, you said you're from Trinidad and Tobago. So I am wondering, did you know our Listra and Gemma? Do you know them at all?
I got them from the lives and things. No.
So
I got them from following the lives and the webinars. That's how I got them. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Well, I think we're going to fix.
I knew Listra was from Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little
way back. Such a small world. Small world. All right. That's it for now.
Indeed. Well, Cynthia, hold on, because you have done so much, right? You started working just a couple of months after you were born. You've done a lot. You're babysitting. You stood against that. You say, I'm not getting married. I'm going to be a job. Yes, and you did that. That's really big, and it's very, guys.
I didn't have a life of kids,
Yes, sure. Listen, so Cynthia, what I'm trying, because people need to learn a lot from here. See, Jean, if you were listening, right? She starts babysitting at 9. There's so many children. I'm not getting married. Yes, I'll go get a job. And he moves to Canada. He goes here. It doesn't work, and then he doesn't give. She doesn't give up. She goes another way until she gets her a job or something to do. Then so many people coming across through her and all of those, and she's still sitting here strong and beautiful and smiling. You never know what people have gone through until they tell you. Sometimes maybe that's what gives the glow, the beauty and everything, because she's like, what have I not seen? So we are learning a lot from this. You know, Cynthia, this is the 21st century, right? Nowadays, we still have children 9 years old who are still being made to stay at home and babysit. We still have teenagers who are still being meant to like go get married because we need money from your marriage to make a living and stuff. What do you think ONPASSIVE will help you do to these kind of people? Because they are still existing, both in Trinidad, even in the USA where you are, or in Canada, or here in England, or in Africa, you have these type of people all over the world. What is your plan?
I'll go back to Trinidad for a bit, if you don't mind. In Trinidad,
Sure.
my life, it was, we were belted in school and belted at home, and oh my God. And today up here, I learned that you can't do that to children. Being in the fostering, I learned it's so different. My father, he had an alcoholic problem. He will go and drink out his paycheck. No money to feed us. What do my mom do? Give us a cup. Go beg the neighbor for a cup of rice. I've known it all. Hunger, everything, no water, no roof over our head, everything. You know, life goes on, right? I had to get out of there. I moved into town after that, which is a long drive by buses. And on the bus takes so long to get into town area. Port of Spain is where all the happenings are. And I went, my mom had sent me to learn to sew. I went and got a job in a factory, sewing garments, men garments. And I stayed there. I found a hostel in Port of Spain to stay. And then I could go to work without costing me back and forth traffic every day. I used to go home on weekend. And the little money I make, I will give it all to my mom. It was a crazy life. What can I say? Other people have their problems too. But mine, I don't know. I struggled and struggled and struggled to find my way over here. And over here didn't go rosy to begin with until I met my husband. I changed 2 jobs when I came. And in the second year, I met him. And then that was, I don't want to say what went down after that with me and him and how it worked out. That's not on air.
All right. Okay. All right, Cynthia, thank you. Yeah, I think sometimes we just need to hear this, Jean, because sometimes we need to like, ONPASSIVE can wait, because ONPASSIVE is here to give answers to so many of these questions, because at least 1 million of us will be doing this, right? So I'm just happy we heard this. And if you look back at the topic, the journey is just about to begin, because Cynthia is just telling us what has happened in history. We found ONPASSIVE, she found ONPASSIVE 6 years ago, or ONPASSIVE found her, as other people will put it, right? And what is happening, this journey is about to begin in that. We are not actually here for us, for you and myself, Jean, because we can at least afford 3 square meals, and all of this, right? But then what is our mission? Going out there, because if we are heading for Trinidad and Tobago, we already have at least 3 sisters who will say, come on, let's go. Let's do this here. Let's do this there. Let's do this here. Because the mission of ONPASSIVE, it's a business, it's a company, it's a software development, something, but it's more, and whether you like it or not, a movement, a humanitarian movement with a mission to uplift humanity. Close your eyes and think what will go out there. We already know, because she's telling it. It's not stopped, Jean. It's still happening. It's happening in Trinidad and Tobago. It's happening in Africa. It's happening in India. The moment we're heading there, the journey is just about to begin. We wear our trekking shoes, we roll on our sleeves, because we want to go out there and change lives. So I think let's just comment on this and give Tinta a few minutes to take a deep breath and then come back in. Let's share how we can make a difference here, so that another girl will not wait till they get to Cynthia's age before they start smiling. Jean.
Well, I want to start by saying, Cynthia, your story is so profound. And when I think of Ash and his struggles, he wanted a better way because he went through these things. I think you are exactly the type of person that Ash wants as an ONPASSIVian, because you know the struggle, you know the pain that people are in, and you understand what needs to be done, what needs to be changed. And so when we think about the different ways that we can make a change, say with Bless or Academy, you have, if you have 9-year-olds that are being forced into these jobs that are far beyond their years, won't Academy and Bless and all of these things provide a vehicle for them to get out of that, to oh my goodness. Well, I tell you what, Cynthia, let's hear your ideas, because you have lived it. What are your ideas for the ways that you think ONPASSIVE is going to help with this, and either through the changes that your life goes through or through the tools of ONPASSIVE themselves?
Things have gotten really bad now down there. A lot of stealing and killing and all kinds of things going on, drugs. That's how bad it is. I haven't been back in many years. I went back after 5 years while living in Canada just to see my parents. And it wasn't as bad then. But today, my parents passed away. I went back again in about maybe 10 years after that. And boy, was I amazed to see what that place was. No paradise for Trinidad anymore. It used to be an island paradise. Tobago, you might find a paradise, not Trinidad. But they're still there. There's still poor people there. They're still struggling as usual. No water. A thing like water. The taps go dry. They turn the water off. They bring the truck to service they put the water to get the people to fill their barrels. If they don't use all the water, you know what they do? They open the hose and they drive back and let the water go on the road. They waste it. They don't give it to the people. Some areas they don't want to go, they don't go. The one fine south. The south of Trinidad is a very poor place. And, it's just that goes on and on and on. Maybe it has changed now. I don't know. I haven't been back since my parents passed away. I went back, I think, one time after that when my brother was going back to Trinidad. He said, "You will come for a holiday." He helped me and I got down there. He sent my ticket and he said, "Come." Well, I tell you, good heavens, life.
You've lived an extraordinary life.
Life is so bad. Sometimes I remember one day it had an hurricane and the roof of our house blew off because the island get those hurricanes, right? And we had a little piece of galvanized area left where my dad huddled all his children and my mom and every in that corner, sitting there watching everything break down around us. Life goes.
So, Cynthia, yes, somebody is just saying, this is Dominic Henderson says, you are in the right place. You are in the right place because it's no longer it's no longer your business whether you know what's happening in Trinidad and Tobago now or not. We know that things are not yet the way they should be. And there's so much, because I can relate to every word she's offering out there, Jean, because I know I've gone through some of those things, and many of those things are identical to what is happening in the continent where I come from. Whether you like it or not, young people of the 21st century, they are so hungry for knowledge, especially from the developing, less privileged countries. There's this quest for knowledge. Everybody wants to know. Everybody wants to be at the top, and all of those things. We have it all in the ecosystem, So sometimes children go wrong, young people go wrong, not because they choose to do that. It's because the means is not there. The means to do what they want to do is not there. They get tempted to go wrong. But then good, thank God to the internet space, whether the good or the bad, they are watching on the internet. By hook or by crook, somehow they will stumble on this, they'll get education and all of those stuff. When you show them, say, listen, if you go through this, stop the bad things you are doing and do this, you will have what you have, what we need, and even more. Things will really go well. So we are not interested in thinking about who is taking care of the country, but the key, the basic thing a young person needs is education. Once they're educated, they have the resources, they have that thing that they need to do that thing that the heart is telling them to do. Things will never be the same again. So it's just good. We're just so happy, like Jean is saying, that we found you. And we need to do this over and over again, guys. So let's share our take. Let's see, because there's so much. We go first with just education, basic education, eye-opening stuff. Listen, all of these things you're doing one wrong thing here or there. I know that it's because you are in need. Just give me attention. I will get it done. It's quite easy, Jean. If I think this is not, I'm not making an overstatement here. They just need the resources. They need the education. We have it all, right?
Well, we have Academy and Oblast and all those things, but down there I found only one person who know about Unpassive. You probably know her. Her name was Deborah Charles. She is down there and she's on non-passive. And I think the problem is that it's not really open that much down there yet. We don't have a way, we don't have a way of showing the people down there. Most of them don't have internet or laptops or things like that. Many of them, they don't get the internet like we do over here still. It's always out of service and it's hard to connect and all kinds of things. So, I'm not my problem there. I'm moving away. I'm here. I am here and I know I'm in a good place. I'm in a very, very good place. And I intend to stay there. Yeah. It's the only time I could go.
So Jean, right. So before I let you speak, Jean, one thing is clear, right? She is more up here, and what we need to do is, Ash says, I am going to fill your tanks and maybe let it rolling over, and whatever is rolling over and falling on the ground, that is what Ash's interest is on. What would you be doing with the leftovers? What is falling on the ground? That is when we take it back there, do our job. Cynthia, your community doesn't have anything. It doesn't have to be in Trinidad. Your community is where you are, where you've been all of your years and all of those. So let's leave Trinidad and Tobago. We'll come back to that because we have to go there. You've already told all the story. We already know what's happening at home because it's not changed. We have to, this is a continuous discussion. We need to get the other sisters. I will discuss this until we get a solution. So what do you think about your immediate community, Canada, where you've been for a couple of years, for at least 2 decades? What do you have in mind? What do you see that I can do this? A project in mind?
What I see where Canada is going these days, I don't like it. Houses, food, everything skyrocketed in the last little while. And, when you don't have the money, you can't live. You could just barely put a roof over your head and food. That's where I am right now. Yep. No life.
That's yes. It's all right, Cynthia. The good thing here, okay, go ahead.
I've been single for 19 years. I didn't get anybody else. I stayed alone. So I battled it. My daughter was 12 years old. I had to raise her.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Sure.
That's it.
You're a strong woman. You are just so strong. You're so beautiful. I will let you let it out because we love you. It's not your thing anymore by yourself. It's a family thing.
I know.
Because Jean will always be there. I will always be there. Every other person will always be there. The two beautiful ladies. I think Trinidad has beautiful women. Gemma and our sister Lisha, they will always be there. So it's no longer you alone. It's no longer just you and your daughter. It's a family thing, an international global family that speaks one language called love. That's all we've got. So just smile. Somebody says you are in the right place, and you said because truly you are in the right place. Big, sweet family you are in. and we are just in it together. We love you so much, and we appreciate you for sharing what you have told. Listen, you are going to change lives, because many people will listen this today and years to come, and it's going to touch a lot of people, because some people give up just like this before you know it. But then your story, you've been consistent from childhood till this moment. See how beautiful you are. If you don't tell us, we will not know. If we just had a quick chat and left, nobody will know that you've gone through this much. And like they say, what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. And you've got even more strength with a trusted family around. What about that? So I think we are just fine. We are good to go. And so, Jean, I think we should gradually start rounding up. Any word of encouragement, any call to action, any other comments to make? People need to come up and share these type of stories so that we learn and then plan and strategize together. Jean.
Absolutely. I just, Cynthia, your story is unbelievable, and so many people around the world are going to relate to it. And if you hadn't gone through, like I said, if you hadn't gone through these struggles, it's almost like it prepared you to be this humanitarian, to be this person that goes out into the world and makes it better. Because most people, like Comfort said, would have given up at so many steps along your path, and you just pulled yourself up from the inside and soldiered on. And I don't think the people that are in ONPASSIVE now are normal people, and that includes you. Your story is unique, and I'm just so excited about what's going to happen, because you're here with us, because you have this unique path. I'm not articulating myself well at all, because I'm so moved by your story, and it makes me very emotional, because this is why ONPASSIVE is here, for people exactly like you, who have the wherewithal, the internal fortitude, the heart to go out and change this world. And I can't wait to hear what you're going to do in Canada and Trinidad and Tobago, and with children, with anything. Yes, all the different things, the simple things.
Feed the hungry. Yep.
And you have a lot of people with you. Oh my gosh, this is the greatest thing about ONPASSIVE.
Exactly.
We're a family.
We're a family. We're a team. We're just friends. Let's just call it anything sweet. That's what we are, and we're just going to change stories around the world. We'll put smiles on faces.
I just started getting out on webinars and going and getting to know people. Haven't done it in much, like getting close knit. I've been on webinars all around, but not close knit like the ones like the Minu webinar that she has, the live at in the evening, like that. Not like that. I haven't been on things like that much. I think I should get out some more. You said it. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think you'll find that it's such a safe place to just share. If you're able to do this on your very first one, because let me tell you, the first time I spoke on camera, it was not this good. It was not. It was So you're a natural, Cynthia, and it's not by accident.
She's a Wonder Woman. Yes, it's not by accident. You're just a Wonder Woman, because how relaxed she was at the beginning. We said she's different, and then she comes out and proves even beyond, because we were not expecting her. Where is all this coming from? So you have done so well, and we really appreciate you. So one thing that we are trying to say, Jean said earlier on, that we are not normal people. For a couple of sessions we've had now, Jean, I keep insisting, when somebody says we are lucky to be here, I say it's not luck. What is the population of the world? Why is it that this position is only making sense to Cynthia, Comfort, Jean, Gemma, Minu, and M. Kelly and Dilip and all the rest, and not the 8 billion or 7 billion of the world? So we are the chosen one. That's what makes us not normal people. We are chosen to go out there and make that change. You are chosen to come here, tell this story, and say, that is why I'm here. You don't need to explain ONPASSIVE anymore, because anybody listening to you, knowing that you are here for 6 years, knows that you are here because you want to change that story. It's not going to be the same again. So that's just it. And the good thing, you have it at heart. You watch Canada and see that people are hungry and all of those things. Good news here, Jean, is that Ash is kind of say, all right, it's not enough to give them food. It's not enough to give them fish. What are we giving? Give them nets and points to the fishing pool or whatever. Go get fish every day, as much as you want to and as much as you can. That's a smile over a face. You watch and cry again and weep and shed tears of joy that I can't believe that somebody's happy. What about that? Oh, you're so
I have
blessed
so
having
much
you.
hopes and dreams in Unpassive. I have to get my own roof over my head to start with. And so many things. Help my family a little bit more. There's so much to do, but I am persistent to see it through. I'm not going to stop until I get there. No.
Yes. Wow.
Life
This is
goes
just
on,
yeah. Oh my God. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you. Thank you, because I'm not preaching. The Bible says fields are wide and harvests are waiting. We are the harvesters. We will make it happen. We will start by building and putting a roof over your head, because that's what Ash wants. And then we go to the neighborhoods, we go to the extended families, we go out around the world and make it happen. And
it's just
find joy in it.
There's so much of it around in countries everywhere. Like, look at Africa.
Right.
Oh my God, bleeds my heart, really. I look at different countries and I sit down here and I say, oh my God, those poor little children in the world where they have the war, these poor children, Oh Lord, I can't take it. It just makes me so sad inside. But I know Unpassive is going to do a lot. Ash has got himself 1.4 founders, and that's 1.4 voices out there. So, I think it will make a big difference in this world, really. Unpassive to the rescue.
Yes.
What will happen, Cynthia, is you will go about your life and there will be something in your world that you want to change, and you'll call up all your Unpassive friends and say, we need to get this done, and we'll all put our little bit in and it'll get done like that. And that's how the change will happen. It won't be just you pulling from your blessings, but you'll call all of us and say, we need to take care of this fast. We all come together, we do it. And that is the power of numbers. That's why it's important that we are so many. So
Help
it's going to be beautiful.
Children.
The power of
help the hungry children.
Exactly.
Because I know what it's all about.
We're going to do just a lot.
Yeah. Help the hungry children.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
Cynthia. You just brought you brought a different team this evening. Guys, let's do well to share this video as wide as we can. People need to hear this. Enough of us sitting here and trying to update people about Unpassive when it is Ash's job. Our job is to get this done and then strategize. Now we know where to go from here with Cynthia. We will come back a few more times. So guys, again, like we said, Cynthia has been sitting there. I had to fight with her. She said, no, Comfort, I'm not doing this. I said, yes, you are doing it. I've been on your, well, I was already stalking you. When I get you, I go after you everywhere for your information. I read your Facebook post and so on. I said, she's coming to say this here. And so she said, I said, yes, you have so more than enough to say. And there you are, So guys, if you're hiding, if you see me, hide well, because when I get you, you come here and tell your story. You just, that's what we should be doing. We love you so much. Thank you, Jean, for coming and being there with
My
Cynthia.
pleasure.
And it was just powerful evening. Guys, let's share this so wide, far and wide. Comment, let's begin to think.
Thanks everyone for listening. And I really enjoyed spilling. It makes me feel a lot better here. So that is the idea, I suppose. Yeah, get it out.
Like crazy. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Sis. Thank you. Yes. All right, guys, let's be ready to come back again. See you soon, Cynthia. We appreciate you for coming and opening up and changing lives. Love you guys. See you and talk to you again really, really soon. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.